Hello again everyone. Skyblock's latest update, 0.19.12, has released, including some pretty interesting features. My name's Derailious, welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into it. For the average player, the most obvious changes may be in the form of the Tablist, which has gotten a huge makeover. You can access this by pressing, you guessed it, Tab. Opening up the Tablist menu, you can see a ton of information that previously was not there, and is now a lot more detailed. In order to access this menu to customize the Tablist menu, you can do /Tablist. Accessing the Tablist menu, there is a lot of information here, so don't get overwhelmed. Starting from the top, we have the Widgets preview. This shows you, based on what island you're on, the widgets of the island that you're on. Basically, this stuff changes depending on which place you go. If you go to the end, you're going to see different things than if you're in the hub, than if you're in the Crimson Isle, for example. There's also a priority changer, so if I wanted to move pet widgets down, I could do shift left click, and there we go, it's moving down the list. If I move it all the way to the bottom, we can see it's now all the way at the bottom of the widgets preview, so this updates in real time. You can also see all of the information from all of the widgets that you can or potentially have on. For example, if I wanted to turn on the effects widget, there we go, now it shows my active effects. If I wanted to customize it to maybe not show century cakes, I could have it do that as well. All of this stuff is customizable for the player, and I really do like it. On top of that, you can turn on or off a third column for people who want that extra information shown on their Tablist menu. There's also a way to reset everything to make it back to their default. You can do this if you want, if you're not really interested in, super customizing the way that your widgets look, or if you change something around and you want to just go back to the basics. I really like this feature. Great job on how customizable it is. They did an excellent job in this regard. For example, look at skills. You're able to change out pretty much anything here. Pretty much every single feature of the Tablist widgets menu is customizable. Once again, great job admins. Heading over to the fast travel menu, we can try to go to the garden, but we can see it doesn't actually work. If I had to guess, this is because the admins made an update to the garden on the alpha network. It was basically offline pass with notable improvements to the pass system, and if I had to guess, it didn't work. So that's why the garden is currently inaccessible for all of you lunatic farmers out there. Next up, quite a few pets also got some pretty major improvements with this update. Notably, the giraffe pet now does some crazy stuff to swing range. If I head over to the zombie pet, it does some pretty interesting stuff related to zombies, shockingly enough. And a bunch of other pets also got some pretty important changes to their abilities. I recommend trying this stuff out. It's going to be pretty interesting seeing how the meta shakes up. I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy, but that's just an initial guess. If anything does change or becomes super overpowered or super interesting, I will be making a video on that. Next up, we have the General's Medallion. This is the new accessory that you can get inside of dungeons, which is in a brand new 1x1 room. It's sold by a new NPC, and basically it increases the base stats of your dungeon items by a percentage point while in the catacombs for each digit in your secret count. So for example, if you have 6,332 secrets, you get plus 4%. I think this is pretty cool. Currently, the ones on the auction house are a little expensive. I expect the price to drop by quite a bit, but if you want to pick one of these up in the near future, I really recommend it. It's a free accessory. It's already rare. What else can I really say? In terms of smaller updates and improvements, aside a whole host of bug fixes, we also got two items in the bazaar, Arachne's Fang and Arachne Fragments. This is pretty interesting for me personally because I have a lot of these stored up in my inventories, chests at home, and stuff like that. So I'm just glad to get rid of these damn things. Glad they're able to be sold on the market for people who are interested. Obviously, a lot of people are very interested in selling them right now, which is making the price crater to next to nothingness. Overall, without the garden currently being opened, we can't really test things related to offline pests and things of that nature. Hopefully they get that working soon, but overall I think this update is really solid and a great improvement to Skyblock. My name's Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, I'll see you then.